Good evening, children. Welcome on Akshara online classes. This is Gafar sir, your physics faculty. Let's start our session. I think this is your first class for you. So I'll start with the motion chapter, right? Motion. I'll start with the motion chapter. Let me take about motion. Motion means we are studying about any object when changes one position to other position, we can consider as a motion. But to study the motion of any object, we have one chapter, one branch of physics. The one branch of physics is nothing but mechanics. Write down mechanics. We have one branch of physics. What is that? Mechanics. So here mechanics means it is study about motion of the object. Okay, mechanics means what? Study about motion of the object, and it is has three branches, and it is has how many branches? Three branches. One is kinematics. One is kinematics. One more is dynamics. Other one is statics. Kinematics, dynamics and statics. Okay. Yeah, Yamini, is it my voice is audible? Yes, is my voice is audible, children? I'm asking you, is my voice is audible? You can speak with me. Yes? Yeah, or else you can chart. Yeah, anyhow. Kinematics, dynamics and statics. So kinematics means it is also study about motion of the object, but which are at rest without having cause of motion. Kinematics, it is a branch of physics, also study about motion of the object without having cause of motion. Next, dynamics means study about motion of the object with cause of motion. Without, sorry, this is without. This is without cause. This is with cause. And this is a study about motion which are at rest position. Understood? So the study about motion of the object without taking the cause is nothing but kinematics branch. The study about motion of the object with cause is nothing but dynamics branch. The study about object which are at rest position is called what? Statics. But here I have one question. The one question is, what is going to be a cause of motion? What is going to be a cause of motion? Here the cause of motion is force. Here cause of motion is force, which means in this kinematics branch we cannot discuss the force. Which means in kinematics branch we will not discuss the force. In dynamics branch we will discuss force. In statics we will discuss the object which are at rest position. This is the difference between the kinematics, dynamics and statics. But as a whole, this total explaining about what? Motion of the object. As a whole, the total explaining as three branches are explaining about what? Motion of the object. The branch is called kinematics. Now first, our interest is to talk about only kinematics. The kinematics, in this kinematics, our chapter is motion. Our chapter is motion. Why we are discussing motion? Why we need to discuss motion? We need, what is the necessity for discussing the motion of the object? Because, for example, you are moving from your home to your relative home, and from school to home you are moving, and school to your relative, from home to your relative home you are moving, from India to US you are moving, India to UK you are moving, India to Australia, in different ways. From Earth to Mars also you are moving. In all the situation you are changing the position, but you are changing the position in different modes. You are moving by bikes, you are moving by walking, and you are moving by train, you are moving by aeroplane. This is a way different modes of transportation you are moving. In all the situation you are changing the location with different time variations. It is changing the motion, different time variation. Why this time variation is happening? What is the happening when changing from one position to other position? When you are moving to Mars or when you are moving to other planet, what going to be your motion of the object? This all discussion happened in mechanics branch. That is the reason it is a very important chapter. Even in IIT also, more questions will get from the motion chapter or mechanics chapter. That much important it has, so that we must learn very vigorously about this motion chapter. Now I'll go entering into that chapter very detailedly. First of all, to study the motion of the object, we require some physical quantities. Yes, am I right? To study the motion of the object, we require some physical quantities. Do you know what are the physical quantities? We'll explain about motion of the object. What are the physical quantities? We'll explain about motion of the object. The very first one is distance. Very first one is distance, and next one is displacement. Displacement. And second one is speed and velocity. Third one is acceleration. Along with these three physical quantities, we'll use time also. Okay, what is the thing? Distance, displacement, speed, velocity, acceleration. Along with these physical quantities, even will involve the time. So these are the physical quantities are helping you to explain about motion of any object. So one by one we'll study this all physical quantities clearly. So I'll start one by one. First one is distance. Write down distance. First one is distance. Write down the definition of the distance. The actual path followed by the body. The actual path followed by the body, followed by an object. An object is called distance. And next, the units for the distance. Meters, kilometers, okay, even centimeters also we can explain the units for the distance. Same way, the distance is a scalar quantity. The distance is a scalar quantity. The distance is a scalar quantity. What do you mean by the scalar quantity? Scalar quantity means a quantity has only magnitude. A quantity has only magnitude is called scalar. A quantity only has magnitude is called a physical quantity. Only had magnitude is called scalar quantity. See, the distance has only magnitude since it is a scalar quantity. This is about the distance. Next, let me talk about another physical quantity, displacement. Displacement. What is mean by displacement? Displacement is nothing but the shortest length between initial and final position. Initial and final position. Final position is said to be initial and final position is said to be displacement. Initial and final position is said to be displacement. In that displacement, units for the displacement, meters, kilometers, even centimeters also we can explain. Same way, it is a vector quantity. What is it? Displacement is a vector quantity. Understand? Why we are calling displacement is a vector quantity? What do you mean by vector quantity? Vector quantity means any physical quantity has a magnitude and direction, then the quantity is said to be vector. Here displacement is having direction as well as magnitude, since this displacement is a vector quantity. Let's take some examples based on this distance and displacement in another slide. Okay, now with that examples we'll come to know what is distance, what is displacement. Shall I go for the examples, children? Shall I go for the examples? Yeah, I'll go for the examples. So first example is example number 1. This is the office and this is a home. This is office name is A, home name is B. Now to travel from office to home, we have a path like this is the way we have zigzag path. We have a path like this is the way zigzag path. When traveling from A to B, the person or the vehicle must travel along this path only. Understand? To travel, to reach home from the office, the person must travel along this path. This path, let me take as a path 1. This is path 1. Next, same way, one more is there, one more path also there, that is from A to B, one more shortest path is there. The shortest path is from here to here. From here to here is the shortest path. From A to B is your shortest path, and the shortest path you can take path 2. In among the path 1 and path 2, which one is distance, which one is displacement? Can you tell me? Which one is distance, which one is displacement? Here you have two paths, one is path 1, one is path 2. Path 1 is the actual path followed by the object. Okay, to travel from office to home, the person or the vehicle must travel along the path 1. So this is path 1 is nothing but actual length followed by the person, actual length followed by the object. Since the path 1 is become what? Distance. The path 1 is called distance. The same way the path 2. What is mean by path 2? Path 2 is nothing but shortest length between the office to home. The shortest distance from the office to home also known as displacement, since path 2 is a displacement. Understand? Path 2 is called displacement. Now understood. What is the direction? Because distance not having any direction, but the displacement have the direction. What is the displacement direction? The displacement direction is from A to B. This is your displacement direction. And the magnitude of the displacement is the length of the shortest path is nothing but the magnitude of the displacement. The direction of the displacement is from A to B, from office to home, and the magnitude of the displacement is the length of the path. And so here distance only has magnitude, that is nothing but actual length followed by the man or person from office to home. This is the way I can explain, I can give the example. Let me give one more example. Example number 2. Example number 2, very simple example I will give. A person is started at A. A person is started at A and moved some distance in north direction. A person is started at A and moved some distance in north direction for 2 kilometers. After moved north direction, suddenly he turned east direction, traveled 3 kilometers. Suddenly turned east direction, traveled 3 kilometers and reached to point B. Reached to point B. Now my questions are here. What is the distance and displacement covered by the man when he traveled from A to B? Okay, when he is traveling from A to B, what is the distance and displacement covered by the person? Distance I am asking and displacement I am asking. These two questions I am asking. Can you tell me first question, distance? So distance we can write as a yes.
5 kilometers, sir.
How? Very good, excellent. How? Can you tell me how?
Sir, we have to add 3 kilometers and 5 kilometers.
Why?
Sir,
Reason.
that's the total distance.
Yeah, the distance is nothing but actual path followed by the object. See, to travel from A to B, the person is traveling along this path, right? So this is meant by actual path. The actual path become 2 kilometers and 3 kilometers, totally 2 plus 5. 2 plus 3 are 5 are 3, which is equal to 5 kilometers. Very good, Chinmay, very good. Similar way, one more question I am asking. What is my one more question? Displacement. Can you tell me what is mean by displacement? Displacement is nothing but the shortest length between initial and final position. Initial position is this, final position this. When you will get shortest length every time it is a straight line from one position to other position. This is one position, this is other position, it is a straight line. Am I right? So this is your and this is your displacement of the body. But how do you find this length? How do you find this length? Observe one thing. If you observe one thing, it is look like a triangle. Am I right? It is look like a triangle. When it is look like a triangle, right angle triangle, you can apply Pythagoras theorem. Can you tell me Pythagoras theorem? Pythagoras theorem is nothing but hypotenuse square is equal to side square and side square. Our displacement is our hypotenuse. So you can take as a x. Hypotenuse you can take as a x. Since x square is equal to side square plus side square. What is the side? One side is 2 square plus one more side is 3 square. Since x square is equal to 2 square is nothing but how much? 4 plus 3 square is 9, which is equal to how much? 13. That is x square. But I want x, since I can write as root 13. Yeah, please unmute. We are having disturbance. Yeah, so root 13 kilometer is our displacement. So in the same problem, distance is 5 kilometer, displacement is root 13 kilometer. What is root 13 kilometer? You know, 2 2s are how much? Root 13 means 3 3 is 9, 4 4 is 16, which means it is approximately something like 3.45 kilometer approximate value. I am not sure about exact 3 point, more than 3. Clear? This is the way we can find the displacement and distance. Next, same way, one more example I will give. Can I give one more example? Yeah, I will give. So, a athlete or a runner running on a circular track. This is a circular track. In the ground, in the stadium, we have a circular track. What way the circular track we are having? In a round. The runner started at A. Actually, the circular track radius is 10 meters. The circular track radius is how many meters? 10 meters. The runner started at A and he complete one cycle. When he complete one cycle, what is distance and what is displacement? What is distance? What is displacement? Can you tell me?
10 kilometers. Displacement is 0, sir.
Very good. Distance? Distance.
1 hour.
Yeah, distance. Yeah, I'll tell. Look at here. Person started at A, the runner started at A, and when he complete one cycle, he is traveling along the perimeter of the circle. He is traveling along the perimeter of the circle. When he travel along the perimeter of the circle is nothing but distance. So, the formula for perimeter. What is the formula for perimeter? The formula for perimeter. The formula for perimeter is 2 pi r. The formula for perimeter is what? 2 pi r. Here, what is r? R is nothing but radius of the circle. Understand? When it is the radius of the circle, then S is equal to 2 pi into what is r here? How much is the value of r? It is, how much is the? Very good, excellent. When it is 10 kilometer, what is the total value? 2 into 10, 20. 20 pi meters is your distance traveled by the runner when it completes one cycle. Similar way, displacement I would take as a S mod S bar. Why I am taking mod S bar? Actually, displacement is a vector, right? Every time vector show in a S bar, but magnitude will show in a mod. So I am taking S mod. S mod is equal to how much in this case? When you complete one cycle, just now someone I have given the answer. How much it is, girl?
0, sir.
Very good, 0. You are excellent. So distance is 20 pi meter, but the displacement is how much? 0. Okay. Now with the same data, I will ask one more question. Person started at A and reached to exact opposite point. Let us take the opposite point is B. Now in this case, what is the distance and displacement for the body, for the person?
Sir, distance will be pi r, sir.
Very good. Then displacement? Yeah, how?
Displacement 2r, sir.
Very good. Very good. So how? How? You are excellent. Yeah, it is physics class. It is a physics class. I am explaining physics. Yeah, you are right. So when person started at A and reached to the position B, he covers half of the perimeter. Then half of the perimeter, let me take S1. Yes, I am giving the other name, Nana. So S is a for first problem, S1 is a second problem. In second problem, the perimeter is S1. S1 is how much? Half of the perimeter means 2 pi r by 2, 2 1s are 2 2s are, then S1 is equal to pi r. But what is the radius here? Radius is what? 10 meters, since your distance become 10 pi meters. So this is your distance when he cover half of the perimeter, half of the circle. Same way, what going to be your displacement when he cover half of the cycle? The displacement is, let us take S1 mod is equal to name, just it is a name, don't get confused. This is just name. Okay, in second time, the displacement when he cover half cycle. The displacement half cycle is nothing but shortest length between initial and final position. Initial position is A, final position is B. This is going to be our shortest path since that is nothing but diameter of the circle. The diameter of the circle is 2 times of the r since 2 into 10 which is equal to 20 meters. So this is your displacement covered by the athlete. But what is the direction? What is the magnitude here for the displacement? Direction is A to B and the magnitude is 20 meters. Understood? The direction is what? A to B and the magnitude of the displacement is 20 meters. This is how. So, yeah, you will end the meeting at 7:25. Okay, it's 10 minutes time. Now, S is equal to 20 meters. Let's take one more example. The one more example is a mosquito. Let me take a mosquito. One more example number 3 I am giving. I will take a mosquito. Mosquito moving in a square path. This is a mosquito, very intelligent mosquito. It is moving in a square path. Am I right? This is an intelligent mosquito moving in a square path. He is using scale and pencil to travel along the square. The mosquito is intelligent mosquito is using scale and pencil to travel along the square path. But here, what is the square path side is? The square path side is 5 meters. The square path side is 5 meters. I will give the name of the square path for the mosquito. This is A, this is B, this is C, this is D. When one side is 5 meters, this side also 5 meters, even this side also 5 meters, even this side also 5 meters. Why it is 5 meters? Because it is a square path. All sides are equal. Now here, mosquito started at A and he traveling from A to B, B to C and C to D. It is traveled A to B, B to C, so that way it reached to D position. When he reached to D position, started at A and reached to D position along this A, B, C, D path, then my question is, what is the distance and displacement of the mosquito when he traveling A to B, B to C and C to D? Distance I am asking, displacement I am asking. First one is displacement. Displacement you can take as a x. What is x value? Displacement is equal to what? X. What is mean by displacement? The displacement is nothing but the length followed by the mosquito. To travel to D position, along which path the mosquito is traveled? A to B, B to C and C to D. To travel A to B, how much is the length it is traveled? 5 meters. To travel B to C, how much distance traveled by the mosquito? 5 meters. To travel C to D, how much distance traveled? 5 meters. Totally, how many 5 meters is traveled to reach D?
20 meters.
See, it is started at A and reached to B position. When it is reached to the B position, how much distance it is traveled?
15 meters.
Very good. 15 is correct answer. Excellent. So here our actual path is how much to reach D position? 15 meters. Understand? Now same way, what is going to be our displacement of the object? What is going to be our displacement of the object? Displacement is nothing but shortest length between initial and final position. So initial position is A, final position is D, then what is the displacement here?
5 meters, sir.
Very good. So displacement I will take mod x bar is equal to 5 meters. So here 5 meter is the magnitude for the displacement, and what is the direction here? In which direction it is traveled, the mosquito? The direction is from where to where? From A to D. The direction of the displacement is A to D, and the displacement magnitude of the displacement is what? 5 meters. This is how we can explain, this is how we can give the examples. Is there any questions? Is there any questions? Yeah. Can I go for the next part? Now from here, can you give some differences between distance and displacement? Can you give differences between distance and displacement? Differences between distance and displacement. So distance, what is mean by distance? Actual path followed. Actual path. The actual path is called distance. What is mean by displacement?
Shortest path.
Yeah, shortest path. From where to where? Shortest path between where to where? Initial and final position. Same way, what is the kind of quantity it is? Scalar or vector distance? Tell me. It is a scalar quantity. And what is the what type of quantity it is? Vector or scalar? Vector. It is a vector quantity. Same way, what is the units for distance? Just now I discussed.
Centimeters.
Yeah, we can take meters, centimeters, and what is the units for displacement also? This is also having meters, centimeters. Understood? Why these two, distance and displacement, have same units? Because the distance and displacement is nothing but length. Distance and displacement both are nothing but length. So length will measure in terms of meter, centimeter, since the two, distance and displacement, both are having same units. Similar way, what going to be your other difference? What is the tell me any other units? Any other units? Any other differences? Yeah, I'll ask one question to you. A intelligent question I will ask for you. The intelligent question is, these are the small differences between distance and displacement. Let's go for one intelligent question for you. The intelligent question is, object is traveling in a straight line. A object is traveling straight line. Object started at A and reached to position B. Object is started at A and reached to position B. It is a straight path. When it is a straight path, actually the straight path length is 10 kilometer. The straight path length is how many kilometers? 10 kilometers. In this case, what is the distance and displacement of the body?
Sir, distance and displacement are same, sir.
Very good. So distance, let me take 10 kilometer. Even displacement is also 10 kilometer. But what is the direction of this displacement? In this case, the direction of the displacement is from A to B direction. The direction of the displacement is what? A to B direction. Now, for suppose, one more thing. Same situation, same 10 kilometers, but we have other path like this. This path is 20 kilometer. This path is 20 kilometer. In this case, what is the distance and displacement of the body?
Sir, distance 20 kilometers, but displacement is 10 kilometers.
Yeah, distance is 20 kilometer, but the displacement is how much? 10 kilometer only. So the thing is, what is the conclusion we can make from these two things? Distance, let us take as S, distance always greater than displacement. Am I right? Distance always greater than displacement. But here sometimes it may be equal. When the distance and displacement equal, when the object is traveling in a straight line, distance and displacement will be equal. So in that case also, to validate the situation, you can take a distance is greater than or equal to displacement. So this is a very important relation for this case. Write down distance and displacement. Distance always greater than or equal to displacement. Okay, this is what I can give these things. And from here, if you take the ratio of the distance and displacement is greater than or equal to 1. The ratio of the distance and displacement is greater than or equal to 1. So this is the very important relation, note down. So this is what I thought to explain today. Tomorrow we'll continue with speed and velocity and acceleration. So for today I'll stop the session. Bye. Thank you very much. Can I end the session, children? Yeah, I will end the session.